Hey guys, so it's day 18 of our MCO, and today's video I want to address a hotly debated topic. Really, it's about the moratorium offer from the banks. So I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of other more qualified financial or economic experts out there that's able to give their a more in-depth views on the subject. Tana is one of them, right? So do check out his videos on his channel. So I'm giving my 2 cents as in a bit of a more layman view on things. And basically, right, the way I look at it is this whole bank moratorium offer, all right, to me the decision making process on whether or not you want to take up the moratorium, it really boils down to this: you have to analyze your own economic and financial standing and make the correct decision, the best decision, based on what's in front of you. So if you are in a situation where you are tight on your cash flow, then you really have no choice. You have to take up the offer, all right, and somehow find a way within the next 6 months so that you are able to get yourselves back in a position to earn money and continue repaying your loan. Okay, but if you are in a position where your earnings are not affected, or or you have a strong reserve of cash, then yeah, you may want to consider continuing to pay for your loans, because even disregarding the fact that whether or not there is additional interest that you will accumulate, those of you who can afford it, by continuing to pay your loans, you are injecting cash flow into the system. You are injecting cash flow into the banks, all right, and that added cash flow to the banks the bank can then use that money to roll for other purpose. So in this time, right, what I would say is people with money should find ways to spend it within reason, okay, just to keep the economy ticking, to keep the economy moving. Okay, yeah, because God knows a lot of people would need that. I mean, there's the debate on whether or not if you take out the moratorium, will there be additional interest charges accumulated? Well, let's put it this way: regardless what the bank says, right, you are getting boosted cash flow for the next 6 months. Do you think that additional cash flow is going to come without a price? Of course it would. So yeah, I mean, there is a price to pay for everything, and this included. So the way I look at it is, if you can afford to pay your loans, all right, and not put yourself in too tight a financial spot, then yes, by all means continue to do it. But if you can't, if your available cash is running low, or your earnings are impacted during this time, then yes, you may want to consider taking up the moratorium, all right, even simply because we do not know how long this COVID-19 crisis will last. We do not know how long the MCO will continue. We do not know how long your earnings will return back to where they were. So you may want to consider stocking up that extra cash so that you are able to pay in the immediate term more urgent matters. Now, then the other thing is this: besides your loans, there are also other commitments that you may want to look at. Of course, those of you guys who bought cars from the BMW Credit, Toyota Capital, Mercedes-Benz financing, these entities are not subject to Bank Negara regulations. So they are not obliged to offer the 6-month moratorium as instructed by Bank Negara. But the thing is this: you as the customer, I think some of them, BMW and Mercedes recently announced that they are sort of open to discuss your situation on a case-to-case basis, and I strongly advise you to try that. Just call their customer support, tell them your situation, and see what kind of alternative arrangement they can work out for you. Because at the end of the day, right, companies have their procedures, but they're also not stupid. If if too many customers default on their payments, then what they would do is they will be stuck with a whole bunch of bad debts that cannot be further serviced anymore. So call them, all right, call the customer service and ask them how you can restructure your payments in a way that it would be easier on your immediate term cash flow. Right? No harm trying your luck. Your other commitments, insurance. Just today I spoke with my insurance agent. Is there an option to defer your monthly your insurance premiums? And because I have policies with Prudential, and my agent actually told me that under certain circumstances, which in my present circumstance I do not qualify yet. But if you say you have lost your source of income, or if you are infected with the disease or whatever, you actually qualify for a deferment of your insurance premium, and that to me I think is useful. Okay, you may want, so those of you, if you are tight on cash, this is another venue you may want to explore. Call your insurance agent, talk to them, see if they can help you. Okay, the other thing is the other commitments that a lot of us would have are all our various utilities and our subscriptions, our water bill, our electricity bill, right, our Astro, our Unify, our Netflix, Amazon Prime, and all that. The government has announced that they will be helping us to instructing TNB to give us discounts on our electricity bill. In Selangor, water is free mostly anyways, so all this would help. But it's still good. Keep paying for all the utilities, because all these service providers, we need them to continue running. All right, and the only way to ensure that they continue running is that they continue to receive money. Okay, so yeah, all this, your internet, your Wi-Fi, your internet, your water bill, your electricity bill, keep paying. Okay, I would say keep paying, keep them afloat, keep them running. Then lastly, the other one is those of you guys with kids, you send your children to kindergarten, to daycare, or those of you with private schools, you should continue paying your fees, even if the MCO further extends all the way to April or May, end of April or May, you should still continue to pay. Why? Because the schools need to continue to pay their overheads, they need to continue to pay their teachers, so that the teachers can in turn pay their bills, stay afloat, and continue to work after the MCO is over, where then you have a school or daycare to send your kids back to after the end of the MCO. So yeah, important. I think your school fees, your TASCA fees, your kindergarten fees, keep paying them. I just paid mine, and yeah. And also in any case, I think like in the case of my daughter's daycare, right, the teacher is still working from home, still sending homework to her over Google Classroom. So I think that kind of work, that kind of effort needs to be appreciated. And in any case, these are people that are looking after your kids every day whilst you go out and work and do your own thing. So it is only fair that in this time of need, we support them in whatever way we can, and that means those of us who can afford to continue paying those fees should continue paying, because we also need to cover for parents of their schoolmates whose incomes are affected and will not be able to afford to pay. So all the schools, all the tadikas out there, their cash flow will also be affected, because out of their whole population, their whole student population, some parents will definitely be impacted and will not be able to afford to pay their fees on. So if you can afford it, keep paying. All right, keep paying. That's all I can say. So yeah, so that's it from me today. And so yesterday, it's 2:45 p.m. as I record this. As of yesterday, there were an extra 200 something cases. It's the first time that Malaysia recorded more than 200 cases in back-to-back days. So we certainly hope that this trend does not continue. We are hoping to see a reduction in numbers, even though the Health Director General, Dr. Noor Hisham, thank you for your good job. All right, fabulous. You have been fabulous this whole period of time. Yeah, so he explained very clearly that as they expand the number of tests, they are testing more and more people. It is inevitable that we will see an increase in the number of cases, because you must remember the statistics that the health ministry publishes every day. These are not the absolute numbers of infected people. These are the numbers of people who are detected. There are many more undetected cases around us. So which is why the staying at home is very, very important. We want to break the chain of transmissions between people. So as you expand the number as you expand your test coverage, inevitably you will discover a bigger cluster of people. And what you want is you want to have a lower percentage of positive cases amongst your test sample pools. So yeah, so I would think that the numbers will continue to increase in the coming days. All right, but what we hope to see is that even as the numbers increase, we want to see a smaller percentage of positive cases amongst the pool of people who are tested. All right, so yeah. Anyways, dear Malaysia, stay safe, stay at home. I know we can do this. We can do this together, and we can beat this. All right. Whatever it takes, we will beat this. All right. Cheers.